Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about data quality projects and how it's going to get easier in the future. Join me. Hey guys, thanks again for joining me for another tech review. And today I'm really going to focus on discussion around data quality projects. Last week I was given a demonstration and early access to a product that Informatica is going to provide. And if you don't know who Informatica is, they are a company around data integration, data solutions for enterprise companies. And I was given permission to talk about it, and I'm excited here. Where do you find people that are excited about data projects? I mean, that's data projects, woo, right? But here's the thing. All the time we talk about data and data projects, we always have this portion called data quality to it. Now, sometimes there is a dedicated data quality project, but every data project has some kind of quality initiative around that. And the hardest part around data quality initiatives is around discovering and understanding your data. Next is to be able to tie some level of effort to having qualified data. And lastly is how do you quantify the benefits of data quality? Now, discovering your data is always important. And then, of course, I will tell you this, every successful data quality project or initiative in any project around data quality, a lot of it is spent early on discovery. If you don't spend time discovering your data and knowing what you have, it's going to come back and bite you. Now, of course, a lot of people say analysis paralysis, just take a sample and run with it. Well, yeah, that's a good practice because you got to get the project started, right? The next part of that is how do you, once you make some assumptions, then you start to ask yourself, what is the level of effort behind that? Now, there are some companies that are out there who do this day in and day out. There are people out there who do this day in, day out. They are experts at doing this. And I've met some of these folks. I've worked with some of these people. They are amazing. But when you start talking about departmental data quality initiatives and things like that, you're not going to go out and find the top gun to do this. When you need something that needs to be deployed in a matter of weeks, bringing in somebody to do that is going to be very difficult because they need to understand your culture, your economics, and the information behind your data that you have. And that could take weeks on end on itself. So you, as a data practitioner or an analyst or somebody in the business who has a requirement around your data sets and want to get your project done immediately, but you have a data quality initiative around that, you need something that's nimble enough to get you around. And lastly is how do you actually put some measurements around that? How do you actually go to somebody and say, hey, I need to spend time understanding my data before I can put some rules around that, and here's why. That why question is always, that why statement is always difficult to write. For me, it's always saying, well, because of like data in the past, we've done this. Because we did some scans around this and past and previous projects, we came up with this. Those are good ideas, but sometimes those are not indicative to the environment that you have. So if there was a tool, a solution, and I'm thinking the mid to late November when this is coming out, if there was a way of a department to be able to go out and discover their data, to be able to see the level of effort behind that, and to be able to report or quantify the effort behind a data quality initiative on their project, would that be helpful? So yes, I mean, that's what I'm excited about. Again, discovery, as I could talk to ad nauseum about that, but discovery is really to gain insight, understanding what you have and where it is. Because if you start talking about, let's talk about customers. You're a customer, I'm a customer, but customer information resides in so many different locations, such as prospect lists, such as marketing lists, such as loyalty lists, such as point of sale systems. They all define customer differently, but if they all have some common ground, like name and address and emails and phone numbers and location data, those are some common ground information. But a lot of times it's like, do I know that this, even though I have a street address and a zip code and an email, how do I know that's validated? How do I know that's real? How do I know that that is real information that I can leverage for my downstream environment? So when you start looking at level of effort around your data, how do you actually know what's available? And you're not going to write all those rules, are you? You need somebody who can come in and provide you thousands of rules that has done, let's put it this way, qualifying of customer data with thousands of rules available for you right now. Now, do you need to know all 1,000 rules? No. Wouldn't it be great if you had a black box to say, here's my name, here's my address, here's all the information I have about my customers, and it returns back to me correct information, correct addresses, deduplicated or merged together properly the records that are duplicated in the environment, enhance the information such as the correct zip code to the addresses, and validates, let's say, like emails. A personal side note, I always put in fake emails when I'm trying to do something. Yeah, I know. That's just me. I just don't want a lot of email. But, from a business point of view, don't you want to know if you got good emails or not? Not just a name, at, and a domain. Something that goes out and validates the actual domain to make sure you have good information. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about with availability of rules, so you don't have to scope out a level of effort. It's already there for you. The rules are available there now for you. And then, of course, lastly is how do you quantify the data quality project? What I mean by quantification is how do you actually show the benefit of it to your leadership team? How do you show the benefit to the rest of your team? That if you actually took these data quality rules and enacted against this data set, let's say it's something that's in Salesforce or in Marketo, that you can actually say, yep, this data is 60% good. The data that I'm looking at, based upon all these rules that are available for me, 60% of the information is correct. But the other 40% needs to actually take action. Now, what does that level of effort look like? What does that report look like? How much do I need to do? Well, wouldn't it be great if the recommendation engine gave you that report? It told you that, hey, if you enacted the rules against this data set today, that I understand, that I can take you from 60 to 92%. Using the rules that I just talked about, using discovery patterns that we already understand who a customer is and what a customer is, it can go from 60% to 92%. What would that do for your project? Yeah, you're not doing all of that. Again, this is just scanning the information, leveraging the rules that are out there, and providing you a report to say, hey, if you enact these rules that I have available for you, all you have to do is say proceed, and I'll take it from 60 to 92%. What would that do for your project? Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's why I'm excited, guys. We're not talking weeks here. We're talking hours, if that. And then, of course, now your next question should be, okay, Garnie, what about that 8% that we're not clear on? Well, what about taking that data and giving it to the data stewards, or giving it back to the provider, or you taking action against that? Yeah, queuing that data up so you can actually take manual intervention against that data set, because there may be some uniquenesses within that data set that you need to take action on, whatever that is. But wouldn't you like to have 92% of your data qualified and quantified for you? Yeah, that's to me, guys, is the benefit of data quality solutions that's coming out in November. Yeah, they told me it's coming out in November. I seen it. I saw a preview of it, and I'm thinking to myself, if I could connect to Salesforce and I can just run the discovery and rules against that and come up with a report and tells me what I need, what value would that bring? What about Marketo? What about other systems that are out there? What about in the future being able to have some orchestration around that to where automatically it scans new data sets that actually continually scan your data as it comes in to scorecard it? Yeah, to constantly give a report to say, hey, I'm enacting these rules against your data, but hey, the provider that's giving you that information, he's gone from 60% good data down to 40%. So you need to question yourself, hey, is this data that I'm receiving really good? Should I really talk to this guy? Should I find another vendor from prospect list, for example? This is the future of qualification of data. If you had a dashboard that constantly, continually monitored your data, let's start talking about the initial, looking at your data, provides you a report, and gives you some hard facts about your data sets and quantification of their level of effort. Guys, wouldn't that be awesome? And then ongoing reports beyond that. I mean, I may be all over the map here, guys, but again, I really bring it down to every time I go on a data quality project, it takes weeks and sometimes months just to figure out what data is out there, much less trying to figure that out. And then you got to figure out what rules to leverage, and then you got to figure out how you're going to quantify an effort around that. And then you got to go back and justify what you're going to do. Wouldn't it be great if all of that was done in a tool provided for you? So you're not building rules, it automatically scans the information and it provides you a report immediately to show benefit. Yeah, that's why I'm excited, guys. Call me a geek, call me whatever, but this is coming out, I think, the week before Thanksgiving, but this is going to blow me away. Now, granted, it's going to be version 1, but the cool thing is, what's going to happen after that? What's going to happen after that? Yeah, this is what other systems are we going to be able to tie into? How do we start orchestrating reports? How do we start orchestration quality projects? How do we keep data quality projects as an assumption for every project versus being we got another project in data quality? Yeah, now I hope you guys see my excitement around it. Call me a geek, nerd, whatever else, but this is what I live for, guys. This is something that's cutting edge. And I'm proud to be part of an association or a company that's doing this. There are great companies out there that do data quality, but this is the first time I've seen anyone out there that's actually stepping forward to saying, let's automate the process. Let's make it easier. Let's get out there and start making it less of an impact to any initiative around data quality. So guys, I hope you like what you hear here. Like I said, I'll keep everybody up to date when it's coming out and all that good jazz. I can't wait for it to come out because I think this is going to be an awesome foray for data quality in the future, especially cloud initiatives and things like that, because you know how much cloud is really impacting all of us. But you know what? If you like what you see, hit that like button. And you know what? Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Is this something, am I going off the rails here? Is this something that you don't see a value? Or do you see a value in that? And then most of all, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button because I'm always looking for new friends to join me on this journey. And because you know what? We have fun together and I love sharing this information that I have. So until then, guys, we'll talk to you later. Peace.